Hey guys, it's Max. How's everyone doing today? I just made a report on the Alti positions. I don't know if anyone saw it. Well, hey, Jax. Jax just busted in the room here. I guess Jax wants to hear the daily covered caller. Jax is here for it. All right. Well, let's see what's going on first. We start with USOY. I don't have much Defiance because the Defiance stuff is still broken, or it's not really. I've figured out some stuff on it. But anyway, for now, it's still broken. All right, USOY is working well. USOY, I'm saying $1.18 to $1.24 on a dividend. All right, that's my guess. And I'd give you a guess on the other ones too, except those are the ones that are broken. So hopefully the rest of the Defiance will be back soon. But USOY is a badass fund, and I made some content about USOY, recommending that somebody buy a couple hundred shares of USOY. And I recommended a trade that kind of goes with it. But anyway, go check that out. That's from yesterday. All right, so now let's go over here to the YieldMax stuff. Well, I guess we'll look at the index buffer first. All right, well, look at this. SPY-T got all the upside of the parent. Well, or they're getting all of it. It's market's just about closed. T-SPY lagging a little bit. WDTE looking all right. Boy, that's not a good look for JUPI. Not at all. SPY-I, the rest of them, in line. SVOL looking really nice today, though. ZIVB pulling back, but not very much. All right, now the NASDAQ ones, out of the NASDAQ universe, FEPI looks really good, but so does YieldMax, and so does really YMAG because, of course, Tesla earnings. I had some content yesterday on Tesla earnings. I showed you guys how to do a bullish Tesla trade and a bearish Tesla trade. We'll look at those in a second, but the bearish Tesla trade is up $210, and the bullish Tesla earnings trade is up like $2,000. They both ended up making money. Anyway, go look for that content, and we'll look at that trade in a second. But it's easy when the stock goes up. All right, so then the rest of the report. Look at ULTY killing it. Same thing though. It's because it has Tesla shares. Great job, Jay. Absolutely killing it today. That is so awesome to see. All right, then what else we have? IWMY beating the parent, as is RYLD. IWMY is spanking the underlying. That's really good to see. Defiance is having it looks like they're having a good day. And of course, Maxie's killing it. Vito's up. Look, old TLTW is even kicking into gear today. It's got all the upside of its parent asset, TLT. We don't talk about that one that much. There's USOY pulling back. And actually, USOY is catching more downside than the parent, unfortunately. Well, all right. So now let's go to the more YieldMaxy stuff, which would be the single stocks. Okay, you just look at this. I mean, yes, Tesla's underperforming the parent, but they're underperforming, or Tesla's underperforming the parent for sure. But they're underperforming the parent, and they're still up 14.66%. That's badass. That is freaking badass. NVIDIA outperforming the parent. Misty in line. YMAX outperforming the parent. Of course, ULTY killing the parent. YMAG murdering the parents. Fibby pulling back a little bit today. And Meta's actually up, which is rare. It usually doesn't work that way. MSFO even. Now look at this one, though. OARC is outperforming the parent. YBIT is pretty much tied with the parent, outperforming by a little bit. Infly's lagging. Sky's lagging. Zomo's lagging. GDXY's lagging. PayPay, PP, whatever it is, looks pretty damn good. Getting just about all the upside. Abney getting more than all the upside, and SMCI getting 2.4% and outperforming the parent. That's awesome. That is really awesome. Let's see if this sheet has any ones the other ones did not catch. YBIT and Beto tied right there. Murney pulling back. I don't think the other sheet had Murney on it. All right, so let's talk about yesterday's Tesla earnings trade. So I just left it in here. I haven't taken it off yet. Golly, it's actually up $2,700 now. So I gave you two ideas, and I shared them. I hope somebody did it. The bullish one is up $2,700. So it's a new type of spread, and no one asked me any questions on it. So I doubt anyone really put it on because it's kind of a complicated trade. But it's a back spread. It's a ratio back spread. It's a real interesting trade. Go watch that content from yesterday. But we've got a ton of upside. We have a valley of death we're trying to conquer. So this is when you're expecting volatility in one direction or the other. You know, a big move like, 10, 20% move, not like 1 or 2%. Okay. But so these are great. These make pre-earnings plays. And look, this one brought in a credit. Like I said last night, take your wife to dinner. I even looked at this. I should go get the clip. Take your wife to dinner and then come in tomorrow and cash this in for a couple $1,000 if Tesla hits earnings, which is what happened. Cash it in for $2,700. And have the income. That's the beauty of it. Now, look, even if you would have made the bearish trade, I said not to make both of them together, but actually, if you would have, it would have worked out. I say just pick a direction. But this type of strategy has what's called a consolation prize. And that is because of the credits you receive if you don't get the move you're looking for. And in fact, if you get an opposite move, if you're totally wrong, you still make money. So if this was somebody that's bearish on Tesla earnings or trying to hedge Tesla stock, but they don't want to pay like, if you buy a put, you have to pay, and Tesla doesn't drop, you have to pay for the put. Okay. Well, this way you have a put. Essentially, if Tesla drops a whole lot, you'll make money. You have protection below 190, you're protected. Okay. You have a valley of death to contend with, but below 190, you're protected. But you get paid for holding that put. So even when you're wrong, even when you're way wrong, like in this case, $210 winner. Anyway, those are badass. Those trades turned out good, I thought. Let me know if you guys are interested in those kinds of trades. We have one coming up next week in what was it? It was in Meta, wasn't it? I thought I put one on. I could have sworn I put one on here. Yeah, there it is. Here's a trade idea for Facebook stock. Okay. All you want Facebook to do, when it has earnings, it's fine. It goes down 5%, up 5%, it's fine. Still going to make the $140 credit and get to keep it. Make it and keep it. The only way you would lose money on the trade is if it dropped more than 6%. This is just a bullish play on Facebook earnings. Now, you do get rewarded if Facebook has an outsized move up. You make $890, but this trade is supposed to make $140 day in and day out. If Meta has a miss, and so they're down 5%, or they have a miss and they're up 5%, still going to make 140 and hang on to it. These are real easy trades to do. Jay has this same trade on, or a similar trade on, in Netflix right now on ULTY, but he also owns the Netflix shares. So you could do this and own the Meta shares, and then it switches it to this. That's your profit and loss graph. Let's zoom in a little bit. You see that where you have what this trade is, you're selling a put spread to buy a call spread plus owning stock. So this profit and loss graph is the profit and loss of stock plus the option trade. But this is a super bullish trade. This is in my opinion, a decent way to express a bullish opinion is to play, not even with the stock. The stock's fine, but just to do that. Cost about $1,300, which you're going to lose if Facebook drops 8% or more after earnings, you're going to lose it. But if you have kind of a non-move, you'll make $150. If you have a big hit, you'll make $900. But yeah, and then if it misses, you'll lose 1,300. So, but you don't even start losing until it drops 6 or 7%. So that's the built-in edge of this trade. Anyway, I shared it with my last video. I will put the link in this one. If you guys are interested in it. Then other than that, let's just see what else we have going on here. We have the pro-Trump, the MAGA trade. I've shared it a million times. I'm sure anyone that's interested is already doing it or knows what's going on. Let's kind of see how it's doing today. Is this it? It's up $110, or that's the one from October 18th. That's like 6 days ago, but that's not a bad return for 6 days. Man, this thing's been killing it because volatility is going through the roof. All right, but I'm sure you guys are familiar with that trade. If you probably already have it on, it's a great way to play a bullish opinion in Trump. If you think Trump's going to become president, that trade probably work out pretty nice for you. All right, well, I think that's about it. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'll talk to you later.